Hey guys, what's going on? Fred2266 here. After a 7 day, 7 day, how long was it? Let me check. 7 day break. We're here to read Chapter 2 of A New Home by A Poetic Heart. This is a reread, by the way, so yeah, we're doing that because it's an awesome story. And it's going to be hitting 400 likes soon, so fucking read it, assholes. It deserves all the likes in the world, bro. So, let's just get started here. Excuse me. As dawn started to break, the son of Princess Celestia's... I already messed up. The sun of Princess Celestia rose majestically against the clear blue sky, cascading a shower of warm light over all of Equestria. Rays of light streamed through the windows of Fluttershy's bedroom as she was sleeping peacefully under her bed covers. Her flowing pink mane lay comfortably over her neck like a warm blanket as the other half covered the right side of her face. Her same-colored flowing tail curled around to her side as her hooves were carefully tucked underneath her. While she was sleeping soundly, a small, white, fluffy-tailed bunny was waking up in his own little house that was hoof-crafted by Fluttershy herself. Angel Bunny was not only the beloved pet of the creamy-toned Pegasus, but also her dearest animal friend. Fluttershy had a special place in her heart for all of the critters that she takes care of. But there was one very special place that she held for Angel. Angel could be a loving bunny when he wanted to, but at times he could be a mischievous little critter and annoyed his fellow animal friends. However, he was loyal to Fluttershy, and although he doesn't always do his fair share of work, he communicates for Fluttershy when she becomes too timid to speak. When it comes to food, he loves carrots, either plain and uncut or included in a nice crisp salad. Yet he can also be spoiled at times, requiring Fluttershy to fix him a special salad. If she politely declines, he throws a tantrum until he gets it. Just like every 12-year-old girl in America. Alright, yeah, I'm right, yeah. With a big yawn and good scratching behind his ears with his hind paw, Angel stepped out of his little home. It sat at the bottom of the cottage next to a tree, which was the home to a family of squirrels and a family of birds. His home had an ideal view of the town of Ponyville below. You could say Angel had quite the view. Blinking his eyes at Celestia's sun, as Celestia's sun shined brightly in the sky, Angel sniffed the morning air to see if he could sense anything to possibly eat. Hopping freely along outside of his caretaker's home, the bunny stopped dead in his tracks as he came to the entrance of the dark and eerie woods of the Everfree Forest. To many ponies, Everfree Forest was forbidden because it was the home of ferocious and terrifying beasts such as the Timberwolves, Manticores, and other dangerous creatures. This dark part of Equestria sat just behind Fluttershy's cottage. Angel trembled where he stood and was about to scurry away. However, as he peered at the entrance with wide, fearful eyes, he looked down to see something laying at the base of one of the trees. Being the curious bunny he was, he slowly made his way towards the tree with such small, delicate hops. As he got closer to the tree, he saw some sort of creature curled up in a ball with its legs tucked up against its stomach and its head laying on his hands as a makeshift pillow. It was a little bigger than himself, and it was shaking. Angel scurried back to the cottage as fast as he could. He arrived at the cottage, stood up on his hind paws to open the bottom half of the front door, and hopped over the stairs to ascend Fluttershy's bedroom. As he reached the top of the staircase, he saw Fluttershy sleeping peacefully and didn't want to bother her. Yet he knew that she would know how to help the strange creature from the Everfree, so he hopped into the bed and moved his way over to her side. He placed his forepaws on her back and started shaking her to wake her up. Feeling something moving with the slightest of touch, Fluttershy yawned quietly and blinked her eyes open. She looked down to see Angel shaking her. A small smile formed across her half-covered face as she gently took Angel in a foreleg and hugged him to her cheek, nuzzling him. "Good morning, my sweet Angel Bunny. Are you hungry?" She smiled at him, but he shook his head vigorously and tried pulling at her foreleg. "Oh dear. What's wrong, sweetie? Were any of the animals being mean to Mama's sweet boy?" Angel smacked himself in the face with his paw and shook his head furiously. He made hand motions towards the window and started making noises to try to communicate with her. Now Fluttershy had not only had the ability to care for her animal, she also had the unique talent of understanding them. She intently focused her attention on Angel and quickly understood that he was telling her that he'd found some sort of creature outside the Everfree Forest. "Oh gosh, I hope the little one is all right. Come, Angel, show me where you found this creature." She climbed out of her bed as Angel hopped onto her back. She trotted down the stairs into her den, pushing open the still closed top half of the door as she made her way out. Angel hopped off her back and led her to the tree where he found the strange animal. Fluttershy followed closely behind as they arrived. She looked down at the small form, curled up and shaking. She noticed that it was dressed in clothes, both top and bottom. It had fur, but only on the top of its head, and it appeared to have only 2 legs. She looked over the small creature to make sure it didn't have any cuts or bruises along its body.
Poor little thing. We have to get it. We have got to get it in the house quickly so it doesn't freeze.
Fluttershy lay down on all fours and carefully reached out with her forelegs. She scooped the small creature up very gently by its sides and placed it on her back. Making sure not to wake it, she very slowly started to stand up on her legs and gingerly trotted back towards the cottage. Angel hopped ahead to make sure both halves of the door were open as he, Fluttershy, and the new critter came to the cottage. As soon as he watched Fluttershy trot upstairs, he shut the door completely, making sure to lock it, and hopped upstairs to his caretaker's room. Getting close enough to her bed, Fluttershy carefully opened her wings and curved them up to lower the tips to pick the creature up softly from her back. She then placed him in her forelegs and cradled him close to her chest fur. She lowered her head and lightly whispered,
"Don't worry, little one. I don't know what you are, but I promise I'll take good care of you."
The strange animal seemed to hear her sweet, tender voice as it made a small smile and snuggled close to her. Tears were starting to form in Fluttershy's eyes as she carefully lowered the small creature onto her bed and tucked it in warmly under her blankets. She gently lifted its head and placed a small pillow under it. Turning to Angel, she spoke softly.
"I think we should let this little one sleep for now. Looks like it had a long night."
She smiled softly to the bunny, who returned a little smile of his own and nodded. Fluttershy then turned towards the small being and lowered her head to kiss his forehead.
"I'll be here when you wake up, little one. Sleep tight."
She patted the blankets with the softest touch and turned back towards the bunny.
"Now, Angel, let's go fix you and the other creatures something for breakfast. I'll see if this little one would like something to eat when it wakes up."
With that, Angel and Fluttershy descended the stairs, leaving the small creature sleeping peacefully, tucked under the covers. God, these chapters are short, but they get very long when it goes on, like that 11,000 word one. So since I've been taking a 7-week... 7-week... No, that was from September to now, which would have been 3 months. 7-week. What a fucking asshole I'd be for that. 7-day break. I'm going to read 2 chapters. So stay tuned for that.